Welcome to the show, N Son Collectibles. They're based out of St. Pete, Florida. I appreciate your time. How are you doing today? Or tonight, actually.
Uh, can't complain. I went to a small convention out in Kissimmee today to get my first of the straw hats on my going the Sunny signed. I met
Oh,
Stephanie Young.
One Piece. So are you a big anime fan?
I had to get, oh, absolutely.
Good, because I'm so tired of
I
people
have
these days.
literally I have all the One Piece grails. I have everything up on my shelf, and then I have my miscellaneous pieces if I say.
How did you feel about that re-release of Tony Chopper Chopper before I get to the first question?
So I'm happy because obviously I'm a business, so I'm able to acquire those and then sell them.
Right, right,
But as a collector, I'm kind of mixed feelings. Like,
right,
yeah, I have the original release, so mine's going to stay up there, but it kind of brought it down a little bit, then went back up. But it also gives collectors a chance to have one that not paying the full premium price.
right, right.
So it's kind of mixed feelings. I think Funko still needs to just not do re-releases. And I don't think it was a Funko call. I think it was something else that
Probably
was in
investor.
play.
Investor.
Um, Probably an investor, probably somebody that knew somebody.
Yeah,
But if you look at it, there is significant differences.
right, right. So, just to get a gist of who Pop and Son Collectibles is, like, what was your entrepreneurial journey leading up to this? Like, what made you want to get started on? Because I can see that you're a collector. I was going to ask you that, but I can clearly see that you're a collector. So, what was the thing that led you on your way towards your entrepreneurial journey of starting your own collectible store? Like, what is your background story? How did you get into it?
So I joined the Army in 2013. I went from 2013 to 2018, going from Germany to Fort Hood, Texas. I deployed, came back home. My wife was like, "You need to get out of active duty." So then I came home and I was hanging out with my dad, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I had no idea what I was going to do. All I knew was, hey, the easiest route getting from the Army to the civilian world, as we call it, was go to college.
Mm.
So my dad was like, "Hey, why don't you come help me find these pops I'm looking for?" I was like, "The heck's a pop?" And I had
Wow.
no clue what these things were. Not a darn clue. And he's like, "Yo, you gotta help me find these dragons." He was super into Game of Thrones. He was trying to find the 6 inch hot topic dragon.
That's amazing.
And I was like, "Dad, I don't know what the heck these things are." And he was like, "Come on, let's just go look." So I go in there and he's like, "Darn it, they don't have them." I go on Amazon and I go, "Is this it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is this one it?" He goes, "Yeah." And he bought the other one too. And I go, "Is this one it?" And he goes, "Yeah." So I go, "One, two, three, Happy Father's." Um, and then I kind of got addicted because I didn't get to see my dad from 13 to 18. I didn't really get to see him
Oh,
much. So I kind of got addicted to go out with him for a little bit. I was like, "Oh, I get to spend a couple hours on Sunday and go hang out with him and look for pops and enjoy spending time with my dad." Um, then I kind of got addicted knowing that they had Venoms. And Venom was one of my favorite
mm,
anti-heroes.
okay.
And I love Spider-Man. I've already saw Spider-Man as a kid. I couldn't afford comics. Um, I'm sure you see some of them back
Oh yeah,
there.
I can see them. Yes, graded and
So
everything.
I started doing those, and we started getting connected with that. So 2019 hit. I went to my first MegaCon as a guest. I got Sean Astin, I got Data, and I got Mouth signed. And all
Wow.
those my first three Funkos I had. I still have them to this day.
The original Goonies or the
Um,
the the
so I
re?
got
No, I was about
no,
to ask the
these are the
original.
originals.
Dang, you got the original Goonies. Those are super grails.
Yeah, I'll pull them down. I have the full set.
I'm down.
Um, and then I got those, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's actually kind of fun." So 2020 hit, COVID obviously, but my wife told me if you can make a little money by buying some pops here, turning around and selling them over here, where I will invest into you.
Wow.
So 19 going to 20, I made a little money. My dad gave me some money to essentially flip pops. I don't like the word flipping but you know what I mean.
It is
Um,
what it is.
and it grew into what we know today. I got a Funko contract in May of 2020. 2021 we got a Loungefly contract. So we
Ooh,
we got our exclusive Loungefly in May of 21. Um,
awesome.
and now in 22, I am a official CGC and Funko CGC and Pokemon distributor.
Wow, what a and it's funny because when I saw you in 2021, you didn't even have your store yet, and I imagine that you all were probably working on it.
Nope,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you all weren't working on it in 2021?
there was thoughts of it. We didn't open the store until I got back from so I went from active duty army to National Guard because I still
Oh,
had to
okay.
fulfill a certain time frame. So I deployed in 21. I got back in July of last year, and we opened the store. Me and the wife were on vacation when I got back, and then we opened the store right in September. So we've been open. The store's been open since September of 22.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's been very recent, and I wish I could have gone to the grand opening, but I can't even remember what stopped me from going. But I was so happy to see that. Like I said, I had met you all at Funko PopCon, and it was really nice to see you guys' progress and everything. And it's finally nice to even see your face because I didn't even see you at the con. Like I said, I saw like two ladies there. I mean, I don't remember their names, but they sold me I forgot what
You
I
probably
bought
saw
from.
my wife.
Oh, probably so, probably so. But I bought I can't remember what that pop was, but it's a pop of it looks like Judge Dredd, but it's a comic book or a graphic novel that came out in like 2005 or 6 that was canceled, and it was supposed to have a movie by I believe 20th Century Fox, and then that got canceled also. So I just can't remember what the name of the pop is. But
Huh.
yeah, it was nice meeting you all. But
Judge Doom.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking like, no, it's not Judge Doom. It's
No, no, it's not
Judge
Judge.
Dredd. Maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe.
No, it was a private underground novel. I mean, graphic novel that somebody was just putting out, and I got to figure it out because I'll message that to you later when I figure it out because the pop is back there somewhere. I just can't. I gotta find it. I gotta unstack a lot of stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, but um,
But
so did you start? What was the exact year that you started collecting? Because I know you were introduced by your dad in 2013, but what was the exact time when you took it supremely seriously?
I May 18th, 2019.
You have
The
the
three
exact date.
pops that I had officially when I was like, you know what? I love the I'm gonna exact date because it's my birthday.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a good way to
So
get introduced.
that's when I got to that was MegaCon 2019 MegaCon. It was on my birthday. I have a photo of me and Sean Astin. I was like, it's my birthday, and he goes, no, it's not. I was like, I'm being serious. It's my birthday. And he goes, no, it's not. There's no way because everybody tells me it's their birthday. And I
Right.
showed him my ID and he goes, all right, I owe you a photo. So I have 3 or 4 photos of Sean Astin.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but yeah, that kind of got me into the ball. Like these are actually kind of cool to meet these people and you get to like determine are they real like divas in the real world? Like everybody says celebrities are divas.
Right,
Are they
right.
down to earth true people? And the only diva I met was Corey Feldman.
Corey Phil. That's kind of funny,
He is the
actually.
biggest diva
That's kind of
I've
funny.
asked. Yep, he is the
That
biggest.
is wow. So, like, what was the most? So, was Sean Astin your most, I guess, happy experience meeting somebody, or was there somebody else that you met that really made you super happy? Or
Sean Astin definitely because he started this all, so he has always a special part in my what I do business wise. Um, my favorite one, and I grew up in the '90s, obviously, but was Jason David Frank. Of course, rest in peace.
oh man,
Um,
rest in peace,
I have a
man.
photo of him. I literally went up to him. I was getting I didn't. I couldn't. This is when I was still building the company and everything. I couldn't afford to get a signature signed by him on a helmet. Um, so a buddy of mine gave me a pop to get signed for him, and I going up there. I'm like, hey, my buddy really loves you. I love you too, but I can't afford, get something. And I asked him a question. I was like, how did it feel to play 5 different Rangers and one of them being a villain and stuff like that? And he goes, and his exact words go, "Man, who doesn't love playing a villain? You get to do whatever the hell you want."
it's you know what that's
And such a sweet, sweet guy. I got a photo with him. He gave me a free photo, talked to me for like 10 minutes. He didn't have a really long line at the time, but such a down to earth, sweet, sweet dude. And, unfortunately, demons come to haunt you, but,
yeah,
I will always remember the time with him on that one. And that one, him and Sean Astin hold a very, very special place in my heart for meeting celebrities.
agreed. I mean, it's funny you say that, and I think, well, actually, it's too late, but I was going to attempt to go to the MegaCon this year in Orlando to try to get my Steve from Blues Clues assigned, because I kind of grew up on Blues Clues. I was a little bit older when Blues Clues came out, maybe like 12, 13, maybe, but I love that show. Just like I love Roly Poly Oly. I used to love that show, and nobody remembers that show for some reason. But that, I feel like
I remember that show.
I'm good, man, because nobody ever remembers that or Biker Mice from Mars. Every time I mention those, everybody's like, "What? What? You're an old man for liking those." I was
I
like,
don't remember
"No,
that one, but I remember Roly Poly for days.
yeah, I love Roly Poly Oly." But yeah, I would love to meet Jason. I would have loved to
Well,
meet Jason David. I'm sorry, what were we about to say?
no, I was going to say, I remember Roy Polioli all day long. I remember Blues Clues. My
Mm,
wife is actually going to get a lounge fly bag signed by him because she thinks it's just amazing to meet Steve.
it is amazing to
Let
meet
me go
Steve.
pull those. Let me pull this.
Absolutely.
I do have something that you might be interested in just to see as well
Oh yeah,
because I haven't pulled them down. And
I love when
I have
people show their
like I
pops.
said, I collect. I have a lot of different ones. And like I have, so obviously, and they're dusty if they don't move, but
Ah,
sign
yeah,
Mikey, JSA obviously,
that's hard,
and then Data.
man. That's crazy. Those are the original ones.
Yep,
What did you think about
and they're
that?
all quoted. I have
Yeah.
every single one.
What did you think about that
Uh,
second wave that came out, the
Mouth
newer
says
wave?
jerk alert. I didn't even bother.
I understand. Those are beautiful.
But what the best part of the Goonies, and I'm always on the hunt for them.
Oh, the protos. How did you get a proto? Like, tell me
Yep,
about that. How did you get that? Oh, you got more than one proto. How did you get those? My goodness.
I have two. So, um, a buddy of mine knows I'm really into Goonies because that's what started this whole journey. So, he messaged me going, he was a friend of Juno's. Obviously, everybody knows who Juno is,
Juno
and the Funko
Ignacio.
community in general.
Yeah.
Yep. He said that in the Funko 101 Protos had somebody was selling both Data and Mikey Protos, and they've been confirmed that they were legitimate and they weren't scrappers and everything else. So I messaged the guy, I'm like, "How much are you asking?"
Mhm.
And he gave me a deal of a lifetime that I looked at my wife and I was like, "I know it's gonna bite me in the butt later in life. I don't snag these now. Can I
Right.
please purchase them?" She's like, "Yeah." She literally said, "Merry Christmas to yourself. I don't have to buy you anything."
Everybody's gifts all in one gift. Yeah. Especially as much as it costs, it could cost, well, the cost of it could get a lot of gifts for a lot of people. So absolutely. Merry Christmas to you. You're covered. Now get our child something. Yeah, get me something. Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's funny. That is
Yeah.
hilarious. So in building a business, Pop and Son Collectibles, do you want to expand to more stores in other states, or do you want to stay pretty much franchised in Florida, or like how do you want to expand?
So the plan as right now, we do have there is potentials. We're doing two things. So if we hit a certain we have a certain goal in mind for the store. If we hit that goal, and that this is only store purchases, this isn't counting conventions or any of that kind of stuff. If we hit the store hits a certain goal, we are probably going to open a new store, either in Hudson or Wesley Chapel. That
Oh,
kind of so
what?
it's a nice further distance
Wesley Chapel.
from the original store, but yep, that's those. That's what we're thinking. It just depends on the store hits a certain number. The store can hit a certain number. We're going to go ahead and start looking into aspect.
Well,
We do Funko. We have a Funko contract. We get all the sodas, so it doesn't hurt to continue growing. We've been very fortunate with our first exclusive being the Darth Maul 2001 NYCC exclusive. That was a shared exclusive to us.
wow.
That was actually my wife's design. Now she like was like, think of an idea, and if we like it, we'll make it. So she kind of designed the idea, like chicken scratched it on a
Yeah,
piece
yeah,
of
yeah.
paper and sent a
Yeah.
photo to our rep, and
That's
they're like,
amazing.
they liked it. It's like, all right.
Wow. That's an exclusive piece
Yeah,
of
we have
news.
so many ideas. Yeah, we have so many. We have so much things. We have something coming up hopefully in September. I'm in talks with a certain somebody. I'm a huge anime fan, so
Ooh,
we're hopefully to do our first in-store signing in September. Still details in the works, so it's not set in stone, but we're hoping that would be the date. Um, I am working with PopCon now, so I am now doing all their celebrity voices. So every convention, I'm working with that as well to build uh not I guess not camaraderie, but more of a connection.
a
I've been
partnership.
with PopCon a very long time, but stepping up into a bigger role because we want to build that con to a larger convention, more collectors base, but also bringing in well-named voice actors and actual, hopefully soon, physical actors
Right, right, right.
to the show. So that's definitely in the works. We already got May, August, and December pretty much lined up, ready to go. So it's definitely this year's going to be really good for PopCon.
Well, if you will ever need a photographer, videographer, and graphic designer, please hit me up. Look at my page. I do all the graphics. I do all the videography.
Oh,
Seriously, man. Like I would love to help out with that. That's actually what I do this for because I'm
oh,
trying to build a network within just getting to know a lot of people and just expand my services pretty much. So I would love to do that. I would love to.
well, maybe we can work something out in May. I won't be there in March because of conflicting schedules,
Right, right.
but maybe we can work something in March, get you in. Maybe you can interview. I'll go ahead and say it. We got Peter Ramon is coming. He helped animate Stitch.
Oh, I would love
So
to. Come on now.
definitely
Of course.
I can't knock on wood. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but Peter's a really good friend of mine. He's an amazing artist. I have a few things of him personally in another room for our kid that I'm going to frame and everything for him or her, whatever it is. My wife won't tell me. So definitely, definitely, if you can bring the mics, we can record it. Let's do it. I think it would be really cool for you to interview Peter for sure. Um, I can't tell you the other two,
Oh,
but
don't
let's just say if you're an
listen.
anime fan, you're not going to want to miss it.
Listen, I'm not worried about it. Just I'm gonna start staying more updated with Pop and Son Collectibles so I can know when your signings happen and all the events that happen. And I would love to just be connected with you. I would love to even be a fly on the wall to hear you all's like plans. And if I could be a part of it, I would appreciate it. But other than that, like that's a lot of
All
juicy
right.
news.
Hey,
Like you said, what now?
I was going to say I can get you for PopCon for sure, for the store for sure. I would love to have you interview these people because it's your show is amazing. I watched a few episodes in my car. I was just listening to the audio. I was driving to this convention today, and it was just your spitfire questions of like immediate of getting to the point, and also um, just the connection that you have that you're able to show off of like their art and the communication that you show
I
for the
appreciate that.
community is just amazing.
I
So yeah,
appreciate that.
definitely I definitely want to do something with you and Peter um
Please,
in May for sure.
please, man, because I take this very seriously. I love this community. This is the first community where I actually felt this welcome. So I mean, I'm willing to do. I'm trying to build a platform and a connection and a bridge for everybody to kind of see who's a part of the community. To let Funko also understand that we're more than just buying stuff from you all. Like we care about these things, and you all should really start thinking more about the care that we have for your products and less about the greed. Which is why they just dumped $30 million of product in the landfill because they just got too happy, too greedy.
So I can actually answer a lot of those questions. I've
Okay.
talked to a lot of different YouTubers that I'm actually really good friends with. So I have no problem informing the community
Mm-hmm.
of things that I know, as long as it's not like, oh yeah, these pops are coming out of this, that, and the other, because that jeopardized my contract.
Right. Right.
But what I can say was, yes, Funko made a mistake. They they changed, in my opinion. They went from one CEO, amazing CEO, that was trying to keep it a collectibles base,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to step down and be more of a creative role. He wanted to make things, he wanted to make them the best possible. And the new CEO that took his place wanted to just make it like Mattel or Hasbro.
Oh
He wanted to
no.
just pump, pump, pump up. Everybody would buy it. Nobody cares.
What?
And unfortunately, that obviously the community spoke, and we showed.
Yeah, we
Now look
did.
what's happening.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
Funko could have done maybe a little. We spoke, and they
Yes.
listened, because look what's happening now. The new CEO stepped back up. We have a new CEO. I'll be honest with you. What I can tell you, new molds are coming. I've seen everything up until August. Pre My August catalogs releasing in November. I've seen all of that.
Man, that's
There's
awesome.
new molds. There's no more reproducing. There is new characters coming out. Characters that haven't been made in 5-6 years are being remolded into an actual physical different mold and being
Wow.
redone to express multiple avenues of um, categories. I will tell you that a new series is coming out that we haven't had since 2013.
Oh,
So there is stuff coming.
hmm. I wonder what that
There
could
is
be.
stuff coming that it could be a lot of things. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm pretty sure it's 2013, if I remember correctly off of the piece. Um, but I could be wrong on the date exactly. But I know we've only had one pop made of this, and now they're going back into that line.
One
So
pop made from third.
definitely,
Now I'm going to sit there and really investigate. Okay, 2013, one pop was only made of that. Hmm. It's funny because
I'm verifying right now. Yeah,
there's a YouTuber
it was
named Boot.
2013.
See, that's awesome. There's a YouTuber named Bootleg Heroes Mikey, and he kind of like expanded his a few things of content where he broke down part one, part two, part three, where he looked at an old Funko catalog, and the old Funko catalog had like
Mhm.
stuff from the dead beginning, right? Obviously. And I'm gonna actually go back and
Yeah,
watch that video and see if it was from 2013 and see if there was something in there that was only one pop of. Yeah, I'm just gonna literally investigate it. That's awesome to even know, man. That's amazing. I feel like I'm getting this is definitely the
they're
juiciest
so they,
episode, man. This is dope.
they're trying. They're trying to redeem the community, and from what I'm seeing, they're literally trying.
Yeah,
Um, it's gonna take a little time. They are still um
they're reeling it in.
they you gotta understand, they're reeling it in. You gotta understand, what when a company, look at it like the presidency, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we have a president, let's say 4 to 8 years, if it's a good or bad, pros and cons, it takes time to reverse or add on to those policies that somebody put in place.
Agreed.
Now imagine we had the new CEO stepped up. He was there for a year. Now we have to pretty much reverse what he did.
Yes,
So it is going to take a year or two to reverse everything he's done, to show what show Funko what we liked before he stepped up.
agreed.
So you got to give Funko time.
And I'm not
You
I'm
can't
not
just say
rushing.
I'm jumping ship because I hate.
Exactly, and I agree with that. I'm going to collect Funkos until I die or until they stop. To be honest with you, so I hate when the community is so ready to kind of like crack on them and give up on them, and it lets me know that they weren't into it for the collecting and the love of it. They were into it for value themselves, and it backfires on their own opinion, because if you're judging Funko for being greedy, well then how greedy are you to only be collecting for value? You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, we do have some remnants of wanting to have a grail and something that's valuable. That's just the beautiful part of being a collector and the fun part about being a collector and the competitive part about being a collector. But overall, what these pops bring to me, like, I'll give you an example. My favorite line from last year was the TMNT and Power Rangers collaboration, because that's literally two things that
That was actually
made
I actually enjoyed that one.
I love those. Like those were the, and I got every single one with the con stickers, the official con stickers, because I needed them and in pristine condition, because that was the one of the greatest pop lines that I feel like has ever come out. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, either way, there's a lot of stuff that I can't wait to see. I want DMX so bad. What are you anticipating this year? And I'm not even talking about something that you've seen behind the
So
scenes, but something more of what you're allowed to say. Something that's been revealed.
I'm a huge One Piece fan.
Mm,
I'm super happy to see the WonderCon releases. The Polar Tang was an amazing part, and then they brought two characters. Obviously, you have Polar Tang, Law's ship, and you have Kid, Captain Kid.
yeah,
Two
Trafalgar.
pops. There was the brand new molds, and this is what I'm getting. They are pulling out brand new molds.
I can see that
You can
Trafalgar Law.
strictly see it right there. There's nothing.
That's a
Yep.
hot pop.
They're trying. Funko is trying to redeem themselves, and honestly, this is a good start.
Well, it's not going to be
WonderCon,
hard.
we're only in March, and they're dropping new molds like it's nothing. None of those were reprinted molds that, if I remember correctly. So that's something. That's something to look at. Going, hey, there's new molds here.
Man. So, okay, one more question, because I don't want to hold you up all night, but what's a con that
Oh, you're
you,
good.
I'm not, I mean, because I don't know your con experience and how many cons you've been to, but what's a con that you would like to set up shop at, set your vendor table up at? Would it be like a major con?
NYCC.
Oh, NYCC. Agreed.
And the only reason I say that is because in my experiences, and this is my business, this is me as a business talking,
Mm-hmm.
not as a collector talking. If it was a collector talking, I could either say what I want to go to is SDCC or NYCC. As a
Wow.
business, I say NYCC. The reason
Okay.
I say that is because it's closer to us. And so it's less expensive to move product from point A to point B.
Makes sense.
Also, in my opinion, NYCC always drops the best exclusives.
You're not the only one, man. Every single time NYCC comes out, like SDCC obviously has some fire, but NYCC, they usually drop the best rocks, the best anime, the best, like, they dropped Ben 10 last year. Just even if just that Swamp Fire alone was, oh my gosh, I agree with that so much. Even though SDCC was tough last year, but NYCC, and my favorite, I think one of my favorite NYCC releases, well, two of them, is the John Michael Basquiat from 2019. Well, I'm gonna say three: the Samurai Jack and Aku 2 pack, and also the Red Goblin from, no, that's from 2020. The Red Goblin was 2020. But yeah, 19 was nice. 19 and 20 were
Uh,
very good cons.
my team was really good. I had the Samurai Naku pack was definitely a personal grab for me in the beginning. And I purged a few pieces. Like my wife had the full My Hero collection,
She had
and
the
then last
whole
year
collection.
it was getting too. We had the whole collection, all grails, everything, all con stickers if it was possible for the con stickers, full full set. I had the full Venom set besides the LE 24. I had every single other one of them. And
That's amazing.
MegaCon last year, we both agreed that we need to only collect what we like and not collect for fulfillment.
We have
And
we
that's
have
where I try to give new collectors that aspect of don't collect something to fulfill the collection. Collect it because it brings you joy in some aspect.
agreed. Agreed. Well,
I
all
don't
I
have the
guess,
full Goonies set. I don't have the new one that came out.
yeah, yeah. But technically you do, because I feel like they almost remade the old set just with kind of like different, not different poses, but their modes were more. just the new pop modes. They're more realistic to body size, and just the head obviously is bigger, but the
Yeah,
bodies, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah. But I have a few. For example, I have Sam De La Rosa. He signed and drew on the anti-venoms.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And
So
how
that
long
was
does it
just
take? How long does that signing usually take?
I know him personally. I saw him at a convention again, and he just took that to his hotel room and did it for me overnight.
That's awesome.
When he
What
get
a
back over
connection.
there that day.
Awesome, awesome. That is awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go because time is running out and I don't want to hold you up all night. I really appreciate your time. I pray that we are able to work together in the future. If you need something within the next few weeks, just hit me up, man. I'm here. And plus, I'm trying to make my way to St. Pete to come to your store because I've been anticipating that store since the grand opening, and I was very disappointed when I did miss it. I want to see the Loungefly bags in person. I want to see your growth in person. I'm so happy for you all, man, and it was nice to meet you.
I, I appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
You
And
too. You take
definitely I'll be in touch.
yes, sir. You take care.
You too.